Nobody was ready for what Dylan Wang said that night. The room went silent. Cameras froze. Fans watching from home stopped breathing. Because in one unscripted, unplanned, completely raw moment, Dylan Wang stood in front of everyone and said the words that millions of people had been waiting years to hear. And nobody, not even the people closest to him, saw it coming. Subscribe for more updates like this. You do not want to miss what happens next. This was not a scripted drama moment. This was not a promotional stunt or a calculated PR move designed to trend on Weibo. This was a real man, visibly overwhelmed, voice cracking at the edges, standing under bright lights with every emotion written across his face like an open book. And what came out of his mouth in that moment has since shaken the entire Chinese entertainment industry to its core. Because Dylan Wang does not do this. He does not crack. He does not let the mask slip. He has spent years carefully, deliberately, almost surgically protecting his private life from the outside world. He smiles for cameras, he delivers his lines, he shows up to every red carpet looking like he was carved from marble, and then he goes home and closes the door and the world gets nothing. That has always been the deal with Dylan Wang. You get the performance. You do not get the person. Until now, what happened in that room changed everything. The emotional speech that Dylan Wang gave, unrehearsed, unfiltered, and completely unexpected, has been dissected, replayed, and translated into a dozen languages by fans who cannot stop watching it on a loop. And the reason they keep watching it is not because of the spectacle. It is because of what it reveals. For the first time in his entire career, Dylan Wang let people see something real. He let people see the weight he carries. He let people see what matters to him when the cameras are supposed to be pointed somewhere else. And at the center of everything he said, through the shaking voice and the eyes that were clearly fighting to stay dry, was a promise. A specific, undeniable, stunning promise about marriage that has sent his fan base into complete and total meltdown. People who were physically in the room that night have described the atmosphere as something they have never experienced before at any celebrity event. One moment everything was normal, the usual energy of lights and applause and industry smiles, and then something shifted. Those who were watching Dylan Wang closely say they noticed it before he even opened his mouth. Something changed in his posture. Something changed in his eyes. Like a man who had been holding something in for a very long time and had finally, in that precise moment, decided he was done holding it. And then he spoke, and the room went from noise to silence, so fast it felt like a switch had been flipped. The promise he made was not vague. It was not the kind of carefully worded celebrity statement that means everything and nothing at the same time, designed to feed the rumor mill without confirming anything. This was direct. This was specific. This was Dylan Wang looking out at the people in front of him and making a declaration that left absolutely zero room for interpretation. Fans who have followed him for years, who have tracked every ambiguous interview answer, who have analyzed every photographed interaction, who have spent years reading between every carefully constructed line, say that this moment felt like finally getting the answer to a question they had been asking for years. Not a hint. Not a suggestion, an answer, and the reaction has been extraordinary. Within hours of a speech circulating online, Dylan Wang's name was trending across every major platform simultaneously. Fan accounts that have been running for years described it as the single most significant moment in his public life. Comment sections filled up faster than moderators could keep pace with. People who had drifted away from following his career closely came flooding back because the clips were everywhere and the clips were impossible to ignore. Because even if you have never watched a single minute of a Dylan Wang project, there is something universally recognizable in what his face was doing in that moment. There is something that every single person understands about watching someone be brave enough to say out loud the thing they have been too afraid to say. It transcends fandom. It transcends celebrity gossip. It hits something deeper than that. What makes this moment even more staggering is the timing. Dylan Wang has been at a particular crossroads in his career and personal life that his most dedicated followers have been quietly observing for months. There have been signals, small ones, easy to dismiss individually but impossible to ignore as a pattern, that something was shifting beneath the surface of his carefully managed public image. The way certain questions and interviews seem to land differently on him than they used to. The way he has spoken about the future with a kind of quiet certainty that was not there before. The way people who know him personally have described a man who seems more settled, more grounded, more sure of himself than at any previous point in his life. That context matters, because when a man who has spent years building walls suddenly decides to take one down completely, it does not happen by accident. It happens because something inside him has changed enough that the wall no longer feels necessary. It happens because he has decided that what is on the other side of that wall is worth protecting in a different way, not by hiding it, but by claiming it. And that is exactly what Dylan Wang did in that speech. He claimed something. He put his name on something in front of witnesses, in front of cameras, in front of a world that has been speculating and wondering and hoping for years. The promise of marriage that came out of that emotional, unplanned, completely arresting moment is not something that can be walked back with a publicist's statement or explained away as being taken out of context. It is there. It is documented. It is real. And the people who were in that room when he said it will tell you that the energy when those words landed was something they will not forget for the rest of their lives, because there is a specific kind of electricity that comes from watching someone tell the truth after a very long time of carefully saying everything but. The full story of what was said, why it was said, what led to that moment, and what it means for everything that comes next is something that deserves to be told properly. Because there are layers here that the 15-second clips circulating online do not capture. There is context that changes the texture of the moment completely. There is a sequence of events leading up to that speech that makes what Dylan Wang said even more significant than it already appears on the surface. And there are details about what happened immediately after, the reactions, the conversations, the ripple effect that spread outward from that room and is still spreading. That explains why this is not just a trending moment but a genuine turning point. The kind of turning point that people will reference years from now when they talk about who Dylan Wang really is, underneath all the fame and the carefully constructed image, and the years of saying just enough without ever saying everything. This is the moment the everything finally came out. And you need to know all of it.